Hey, what's going on, guys? Sean here with BlueRidgeSilverhound, and today we're going to talk about some pretty rare candy half dollars that you probably need to be on the lookout for while there's still some available out there. Now, as you would expect, some of these candy half dollars can only be found in special sets released from the mint, but you never know when some of these makes it out into circulation. Take, for example, I think it was about 3 years ago, someone on the one of the forum chat pages, or actually I think it might have been Facebook, had found one of the, 2014 West Point gold candy half dollars. These coins were only made for the 50th anniversary, and they are available in very small quantities. As a matter of fact, 73,772 of these coins were produced, and someone actually found one in a bank box out of all places. So you never know where they're going to end up at. And it's kind of strange that you do find one of these coin roll hunting. I mean, it is gold, you know? It looks vastly different than any other coin that you see in circulation. So maybe the coin to that particular person's untrained eyes looked like it was plated. I don't know. But anyways, one ended up in a bank box about 3-4 years ago, and someone found it. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, the coin is very low mintage, but I think the more, easier coins to find are some of these alternatives. And we're going to talk about it in this video, along with looking at some of the secondary market action for these coins. They're quite affordable for now. I don't think it's going to stay that long because the candy half dollar series has a little bit of a cult following. Not so much the series itself, but there are a number of collectors, not a huge number of collectors, but there are some collectors that like to do the registry set high grade game with these things, along with the smaller group of people, and that's why I say cult following, because it is really a small crowd that actually collect the individual coins, and they put them in sets, albums, and then they even go as far as to trying to obtain some of these more scarce releases from the US Mint. One in which is this. And there's going to be a lot of things revolved around the 50th anniversary, which you guys know is 2014, of the making of the candy half dollar in 64. All right, so the US Mint had released a couple of different sets in 2014. This is the first one. This is actually the high relief 2-coin set. Now, these only come in Philadelphia and Denver minted strikes. And they come in this pretty neat, very lightweight presentation. You can see that right there. 2 coins. They're high relief, so they're set in a lot deeper in relief to the actual coin. But this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is what the 2-coin set looks like. Now, believe it or not, this has quite a limited mintage run. All right, how many? 197,608 total sets. Sorry, I'm scratching my leg. 197,608 total pieces, or total sets rather, produced. So that would make that the mintage of each one of the P and D minted coins. Now, these are going to look drastically different than the coins that you would find in circulation, because those ones aren't high relief like these are. I mean, these are really beautiful looking coins. They look so well struck, and they're unlike anything else I've ever seen. But this 2-coin set is just a few of the coins that we're going to talk about today. This, of course, with that low mintage, is going to be a target in the future. I have no doubt about it. Whether they're going to stay in these sets and in these holders remains to be the question. Now, because the US Mint had taken half dollars out of circulation and had replaced them with only US Mint only provided rolls and bags of these things, there's not a whole lot of the newer coins past 2001 that can be found in circulation today, if any. A lot of these coins are designated as NIFC, and that stands for not intended for circulation. Now, there are a few dates, especially going back to about, let's see, 2006, 2008, 2009, and then all the way up to 2012. All of the mintages for each of the P&D mints are under 2 million. But does that quite make the list of coins we're going to talk about today? Not quite. There are much more scarcer coins to look for in this set or in this series, and this is one of them right here. So only 197,000 copies of each of the P&D high relief coins exist today, and people have actually cracked these open and have released them into circulation. Unfortunately for those folks, they did not know that there is actual secondary market value for these coins. So you got to be absolutely certain that before you crack these open and cash in the $1 face value of coin that you have, you want to make sure that they have some sort of collectible numismatic value. And that's what we're going to go through today. All right, so let's go ahead and jump onto eBay, where we're going to talk about our first set that's going to hopefully be etched in your minds as you guys circulate through like coin shops and coin shows. And that's going to be the 4-coin 2014 50th anniversary candy $half silver set. Now, all 4 of these coins are silver. Okay, there's going to be one enhanced type, there's going to be a reverse proof, and then there's going to be 2 other silvers that were produced in both the Denver and Philadelphia mints. Now, this is how much kind of like that current price trend is for this four-piece silver set. You're looking at about somewhere in that $80 to $100 range. 109 right here is okay. It's not saying that you're overspending for such a set, but this is a quite special set to buy. Only 200,000, I believe. 219,173 sets were produced. So that makes every single coin in this set only 219,000 copies. That is quite low for a series that people certainly do like. This is the reverse proof that you see here. Of course, these are all, at this point, still 90% silver. They haven't transitioned over to the 999 fine compositions yet. That doesn't occur until 2019. All right, so we have this one here. We also have the regular, and it's so funny to see a proof strike on a Denver minted coin. So this is, not for nothing, this is going to make this quite the unusual, very, very interesting coin for years to come. Yeah, we all thought that proof coins were struck in both West Point and San Francisco mints, but here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's one that was minted at the Denver Mint. Keep in mind, only 219,000 pieces were produced of this coin. The next one that we have here is going to be that enhanced 2014 San Francisco coin. All right, so this one has what looks to be better prepared dies to strike this one up. As you can tell, there's a lot more hair detail in this particular coin than the other coins that we had talked about so far. And then finally, here's the 2014D. This one right here is the other silver coin, but this is just the regular silver. All right, this is not the enhanced or anything like that. So this is quite interesting. There's a little bit more of the collateral that comes with it. It's got the certificate of authenticity. It's got a nice little presentation that puts it all together. But wow, that's pretty cool. That's actually the Philadelphia coin, by the way, which is proof. 2014 P. I thought it was a D right there, but this is indeed the proof Philadelphia strike. And there's that West Point reverse proof that you see there. And then finally, here is the total presentation. I've actually seen a few of these sets at my local LCS. Elected not to pick them up just because of, coin shops sometimes can ask a lot of money for these. And if it becomes way too out of the price range, you tend to overlook these sets. So it has to be priced right. Don't pay, say, for instance, $150 or $200 for this set. It's not quite worth that much. Again, the big idea is to be able to pick up some of these low mintage sets and coins, either individually, graded, or as a virgin, complete, unbroken set for as cheap as possible and just sit on them, because over time, these are going to go up in value. And especially if based off of some of the rumors I've heard, if the US Mint is really going to do away with the 50-cent piece and the $1 piece in the next 10 years, people will be looking at sets like this as possible spec type of sets. So it doesn't hurt to buy a few and just simply put it away. So these are really nice sets. I'm going to try and find a few of these, although I did find a few of these. And these aren't particularly cheap either. So we're also going to look at this one as well here on eBay. But I wanted to draw your attention to this set because it's got a really low production run of only 219,000 sets per coin, rather. So we have this right here. This is actually the specimen high relief set that I talked about, the P&D. These are very affordable. They're right around 15 bucks a piece. I've seen people buy a whole bunch of these and they crack them open and they sell the coins individually for about $10 a piece. I mean, it's a minimal amount of profit that you're making off of doing that. But being able to buy some of the sets and just simply hold on to them is going to help kind of win the day when it's all said and done. But if we come on down here, you're going to see that the prices kind of vary. Here's one here of the 4 silver coins for $124. There's another one of those 2 coin sets for 16 shipped. Here's one that's available. It's got 24 bits at 58 bucks. So, if you were truly interested in one of these sets, and you like the presentation, you like the low mintage value of the coins and the set itself, then maybe keep an eye out for that. Because if it ends up selling for around 70 to 80 bucks, I would say that would be a pretty good score. All right, so those are the first couple sets I wanted to talk about with extremely low mintages. We also covered the gold 50th anniversary. That one only has a mintage of 73,772 pieces for that one. But there is also one other coin that I think a lot of people have overlooked, because this coin was sold as part of a set way back in the 90s. And that's going to be the 1998 S Silver Matte Finish Special Strike Kennedy. That one had a mintage of only 62,000 pieces. Simply unimaginable in the scope of all the other dates that were produced around it. For example, other 1998 business strike coins, respectively, the Philadelphia had over 15 million pieces produced, while the Denver also had its share of the 15 million mark as well. So you had nearly 31 million total pieces produced in 1998 of the business strike. But a lot of people had forgotten about this special 1998 Kennedy that is adorned in silver. So we're going to go ahead and bring that up here right now. Let's see. And this was included in the commemorative set. Sorry, I type really loud, but let's see if it comes up with this right here. And sure enough, there it is. That's the 1998 Robert Kennedy 2-coin set. Let's take a close look at this. This might be the one right here. I haven't seen one of these in quite some time. No, this is the Robert Kennedy. This is not the one with the silver John F. Kennedy set. Okay, so here we are. So it looks very similar to the Robert Kennedy set. These are a lot more expensive to find in the market. Usually I've seen them sell for around $125. But this is what this one looks like. I'm going to go ahead and blow this up for you guys just so you can see what it looks like. But it's a 2-coin set. It has the commemorative, the Robert Kennedy commemorative, and it's also got the 1998 silver matte finish Kennedy in it as well. Once we scroll over, that's going to be what your other low mintage coin you're going to look for. It's going to be that 98S silver. It's a beautiful coin. It looks very smooth. It's very satiny. And 62,000 pieces, folks. It's a very, very low mintage coin. And I would imagine that these coins are not going to last out there for too much longer. Now, the Robert F. Kennedy commemorative, in the grand scheme of this conversation, is quite the forgettable coin. Mainly because it is, commemoratives these days don't draw a lot of attention within collectors. So you want to make sure that when you go into this, that, that you are going to get the commemorative coin in this set. Now, you could always go and try and find graded examples of this one coin. Some would say that that is a pretty good idea if you're looking to find one at all. Let's see if we could find what the highest, because it's going to be the highest priced example in here. But here's a two-piece set. Both are graded Mint State 69 and SP 69 for $650, and that's the asking price. Here are Proof 70, Mint State 70 of the Robert Kennedy proof and uncirculated commemoratives. Try and stay away from those if you can. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of them. The sets, they are out there, and I've seen them sell for as low as about $120 to $130. There are people that are trying to get like nearly double that. So you want to make sure, again, that you are buying it at the right price. Don't overpay for it. Like the listing that you saw before I had clicked into the highest price, there is that one set available today at about $150 or best offer. So you could certainly throw a flyer in there for like $125, $130, and you should be in good shape. And that's what the market is currently. The market has gone up on these sets within the last like 5 years. I remember these sets being right around $50 at one point, and that was kind of like the low point in numismatics, somewhere around like 2015, 2016. These things have dropped down quite a bit. So you had the big kind of like inflationary period when silver was at 50 plus bucks an ounce. What was that, 2010 or 2009? And then this set had dropped down, along with a lot of the other more modern numismatic pieces have dropped down in that mid-2010s era. And then now we're beginning to see these things go up in value. So, it's only going to be a matter of time before these dry up completely, along with a few other coins. Now, again, keep in mind, I'm not a financial channel. So, don't take for what I have to say as being like personal finance advice where you're going to make money. But in terms of the investability of these coins, it can't be stated that you always want to try and aim for some of the lowest minted coins that have been released. We're already seeing some other coins dry up with low mintages. The West Point circulating quarters, all right, the 2019 and 2020 dated quarters are being scooped up at rapid rates. Anything with like, full rolls or Mint State 66 and higher, all these coins are being picked up and the money is strong on them. And I warned a lot of folks earlier in the year that these were going to be highly purchased and bought out because there's just not a whole lot of them graded at a specific grade level. And even to this day, we're beginning to see some of the other coins I'm talking about, the Botanic Gardens set, the Thomas Jefferson coin and currency set way back in 1993. These are drying up in the marketplace. Right now on eBay, there's only like, a handful of listings of both of those sets. The March of Dimes set is going to be another highly bought out set here real soon because it's so low mintage. And you also have those two special strike dimes in there that are just going to be huge targets later on down the line, especially when they're graded at like SP 70 or Proof 70 or whatever that grade is. So here's another one to add to the list. I would probably also add this one to the list. I know coin shops still have quite a few of these. A few of my coin shops have like 6 or 7 of these in their cases as we speak. Not particularly cheap. I think they were asking like $35 a piece for them, which is way too rich for what they're currently worth. But when you can pick them up cheap enough, you can pick up a bunch of them and just hold on to them because they will have better financial future value later on. Because, That's what happens when you have a low mintage product, and then 5-10 years roll by, and then these things just all of a sudden kind of fall off a cliff. Like, you can't find them anymore. And, you could say the same for a lot of other coins and sets. That's just how it's going to be. Sometimes these mintages are so much lower than some of the old classic coins of yesteryear, like old Civil War coins or coins of the early 1800s and all that stuff. These have a lot lower mintages than some of those coins. So as sick as it sounds, you got to put it into perspective and just know that there is going to be a time where the targets are going to be placed on these low mintage coins. So I just wanted to throw this out there for you, a little food for thought in terms of some scarce candy half dollars. Some people may feel a little indifferent about Kennedy's, but this one president above all the other coins that we have currently circulating is probably one of the more well-loved presidents. He was kind of a polarizing figure. He was a ladies' man and all this other stuff. And I think people like that allure about him. And it certainly carries through all of the memorabilia and coins that were made of Kennedy. So I wanted to throw that out there. That's going to go ahead and do it for this video. A little something to think about if you have a few bucks to send, someone else's way. Take a look at some of these sets. These are going to be pretty good, and if anything, it's going to be a good way to park your money. All right. But again, I'm not a financial channel. I'm just a guy living in my aunt's basement, 3 stories down. All right. But yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it. I'm your host, Sean, with BlueRidgeSilverhound. I want to thank you guys again for joining in on this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for instant notifications. And Coinaholics, we are discovering together each and every single day. You guys take care. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.